Great. So here we're going to get started. Welcome, everyone. It is September 6th, and it's at the 12 o'clock Monday class. We're going to start in a seated position, and we'll do some breathing exercises. So get yourself well placed, tilting the hips a little bit forward of your sitting bones. So you're sitting forward of the sitting bones. Low back is curved, chest is lifted. Place your hands down. If you'd like, you can make this mudra with your fingers, the thumb and the tips of the index fingers touching each other, and place them downwards, facing downwards on your lap. Close your eyes for a moment. And just in this position, allow yourself to settle in. You're settling the body, settling your emotions, the mind, how you might be feeling today. And just be okay with it. No matter what kind of emotions you're experiencing right now, let's just be okay with them. Everything's fine. Open your eyes. We're going to be doing some leveling exercises of the breath. So let's imagine that there's 3 levels of the breath. So when we take 3 breaths in, the lungs are completely full. All right. So watch me first. I'm going to only breathe in and out through the nose, and I'll breathe in 3 times. Now I'm completely full. Now I'll breathe out 3 times. Now my lungs are almost completely empty. They're of course never completely empty. There's still a little bit air, residual air that stays in there. So let's do that together, just once. Ready? Breathing in 3, 2, 1. Completely full. Hold it. And now breathe out. 3, 2, 1. Completely empty and hold. Breathe in and out normally now. Okay? Breathing in and out normally. And we'll do that again. 3 levels. Breathing in. 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Breathing out. 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. And breathe normally. In and out again. Good. Okay, now that we have practiced that, we're going to do that non-stop about 5 times. Shoulders wide and relaxed, chest lifted, low back curved. Ready? Breathing in. 3, 2, 1. Completely filled the lungs. Hold it. Breathing out. 3. Control it. 2, 1. Completely empty the lungs. Hold. Breathing in. 3, 2, 1. Completely full. Hold. Breathing out. 3, 2, 1. Completely empty. Hold. Third round. Breathing in. 3, 2, 1. Completely full. Hold it in. Breathing out. 3, 2, 1. Completely empty. Hold it out. Excellent. Breathing in. 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. 3, 2, 1. Last round. Breathing in. 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. 3, 2, 1. Now breathe normally in and out, keeping your eyes closed. Just notice now how you're feeling. Notice the different sensations in your body. And stay there for another ½ minute, just breathing deeply and allowing the sensations to take place. Fantastic. Open your eyes. Good. Now, if you have the tennis ball, we're going to stand up and find a wall, please. If you don't have a tennis ball, you're going to be using your hand, and I'll show that in a moment. So find a wall. And we're going to be massaging the trapezius muscles. So the trapezius muscles are the muscles that are up here. They come from the neck down wide and coming down in a point at the middle of the back. Now, the part that we want to massage is just here, between the shoulder blade and the spine. So we're going to take the tennis ball and place it against the wall, just between the shoulder blade and the spine. Feet are apart, hands at your hips, and you're just going to gently roll up and down, okay? But just by doing gentle squats. Now, if you do not have a tennis ball, what I recommend is simply bringing your left hand over to your right shoulder, find those spots, and press in with your fingers, going up and down. Okay, pressing in, going up and down. Now, it's not going to be as efficient as when you use a tennis ball. So if you don't have a tennis ball, I would highly recommend buying one or finding one from a tennis club. So now, after rolling up and down a few times, press into the tennis ball, okay? Get the weight of your body into the tennis ball. Close your eyes and take some slow, deep breaths. For me, this feels so good. It's like, oh, I'm releasing some major tension. And we all hold tension in the trapezius muscles. Okay, coming away from the wall, take your tennis ball, and we'll do the other side. So now I'm doing my left-hand side between the shoulder blade and the spine, getting the tennis ball there, feet apart, knees bent, and we'll roll up and down. Good. Now, for those of you who are doing it with your hand, of course, you're just pressing in with the fingers in that same spot, up and down. Okay? So releasing the trapezius muscles have a lot of benefits. One, it helps your posture. It also helps your breath. There is also a cranial nerve that goes from the brain to the trapezius, which is, I believe, responsible for stress, because when we're stressed, we hold it in the trapezius muscles. So releasing those muscles a little bit helps to release the stress. Now, keep the ball against the trapezius and put a little bit more pressure there. Just press against the ball. Typically, we have all sorts of little trigger points up and down the trapezius muscles, and this helps to release those trigger points. Just a little bit of pressure helps the muscles to let go. Ah, it feels so good, especially when it's finished. Okay, take the tennis ball out from underneath and place it by your mat. So I really highly recommend, if you do not have a tennis ball, get one so that we can use it during the classes. Next, we're standing at the front edge of our mat, and just after having massaged the trapezius muscles, you should feel that everything is very, very loose. So we're going to take advantage of that. Open your hands and clasp your hands behind you. Stretch your arms as straight as possible. Lift the chin. And then release. Bring the hands around you, like giving yourself a big hug. Grab a hold of the shoulder blades. Then we'll breathe in, opening, stretch the arms behind you. Breathe out, wrap the arms around you. Give yourself a big, big hug. Last time, let's open the arms, clasp behind you, stretching the arms, and then wrapping them around, giving yourself a big hug. Perfect. Let's release the hands. Bring the hands onto the thighs. Let your hips sink back. Open your shoulders nice and wide. And let's bring the right shoulder forward. Look over your left shoulder. Changing, left shoulder forward, look over your right. So we're activating the muscles in the neck. Changing, right shoulder forward, look over your left. Changing again. And as you know, activating these muscles can be very beneficial. One more time each side. For the balance system, which is the vestibular system above your ear. And come back to center. Breathe in, curl your spine, and see if you can curl your hips up even more. And then breathe out and around, look to your belly button. Breathing in, curling, let's lift the chin, let the back arch, and then we breathe out and round, pull the belly button in, look towards the belly. Good, one more time, breathing in, let's curl. And we'll breathe out and round. Coming back to a flat back, let's bring our hands all the way down to the floor, sinking down deep, stepping your feet back. Bring your knees down gently, hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And let's do a cat and cow. Breathing in, let your spine curl, lift the chin. Breathing out, let's round, look to the belly button. And again, we'll curl, breathing in. And round, breathing out. And as you do this, just notice as well how you feel in the trapezius. For me, everything feels very activated, very much alive, very unstuck. I can say my trapezius feel unstuck after that massage. Once more, let's breathe in and breathing out. Coming back to a flat back, lift your chin a bit and stretch your right leg behind you. Let's press into the heel and release. Pressing into the heel, press back. The weight of the body goes back towards the back leg and then coming forward again. Pressing back, go forward one more time. Press back and go forward. Lift the leg. Make a nice big circle with your foot. Change the direction of the circle. Let's bend the knee. And we'll bring the knee down and circle it around. Good. Getting some mobility into the hip. Keep the chin lifted. Keep the belly long. And let's change the direction. Lift the leg up behind you and forward. The breath is smooth in and out through the nose. And then bring the knee down. Change legs. Left leg behind you, toe tucked under. And you just press back, get the stretch down the back of the leg. And move forward again. It's like a gentle, slow bounce back and forward. Yes. I talked over these past few weeks about the tongue. Your tongue needs to be in home position, which means the tongue touches the top of the upper palate. It grows and arches like the upper palate. And the tip of the tongue touches the backs of the teeth. Raise the foot now and make a circle with the foot. Now, what kind of advantage does that have, having the tongue in home position? You will more than likely breathe with the diaphragm. Change the direction. You'll also open up all the air passages. And of course, you'll be breathing in and out of the nose, which helps to cleanse the air before reaching your lungs. Lift your foot, bending the knee. Let's draw a big circle. Tongue in home position, breathing in and out of the nose, head is lifted. Change the direction. Excellent. Bring the knee down. Open your knees now, and everyone sink back into child's pose. You can release your hands, either elbows come to the floor, forehead comes down, or you could turn your palms up and the forehead comes down. Take some deep, slow breaths with the knees open. You should be able to feel that there's a stretch now through the hips, even through the low back. From here, lift your chin, lifting up onto the knees, set the hands down about shoulder width. Bring your knees back in and walk your knees back a little bit. So now your hands are in front of the shoulders and begin bouncing back and forth. When you bounce back, feel your hips curling up. Feel your belly lengthening. So we're looking for the bowstring position. Head is lifted and it's imitating the low back. Okay. From here, I want you to lift your right knee, set the right foot down. Now the right knee is pointing out to the side. We're going to lift up our right hand and place it just above the ear and twist open to the right. So see how far you can twist open, lifting the chin, press down through the left hand. Press the hips back and see if you can get a little arch through your spine. Take another deep breath in and look back down to the floor. The right hand comes down. Bring the right knee back down. Keeping a nice curved spine, hips lifting, glutes lifting, change legs. Left knee comes up, left foot onto the floor. Left hand just above the ear, and we'll curl open to our left. See how far you can go. It's almost like you're going to turn the chest open. Keeping curve in the low back. 3, 2, press nicely down through your right arm. 1, turn back down towards the ground. Hands come down, shoulder width. Bring the knee back down. Tucking your toes under, let's take crouching cat, please. So I know throughout the rest of the class, if you want to do down dog, you may, but here we want to take crouching cat. This is engaging the back body, engaging the backs of the legs and the glutes. Bounce back and forth, knees open wide, bouncing back and forth. Feel your arms getting strong, shoulders getting strong. One more bounce back and release, opening up your feet. Walk your hands back slowly, slowly, until you can set your hands onto your thighs. Straighten the arms completely. Let your glutes lift behind you. Let your chin lift, your chest lifts. Open your shoulders wide. Now we'll lift the chest a little bit more and reach the arms out in front. Your fingers can be splayed if you wish, or curled. We'll sink down, arms rise. We'll come back up, arms lower. Keep the knees bent. Sink, and again, sink, and see if you can go a little bit faster. Sink, sinking, down, down, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up to standing. Whew. Step your feet in and to the front edge of your mat. Nice big steps forward. Feet are at hip width. Knees are soft, so we never want to hyperextend the knees. Knees stay soft, hips back, chest lifted, arms, when they come by your side, see if you can stretch them completely straight. We have a tendency to have them slightly bent all the time. Here we want to stretch them completely straight to engage the triceps. Open and lift the chest and bring your hands to your heart center. All right, we're going to get moving. Take a deep breath in, raise the arms, stretching skyward. As you fold, bend the knees, bring the elbows to the knees, and then your hands to the floor. Step back to a plank position, please. Hold your plank, lifting your head. Adjust your plank if you need to. Then lowering the knees down. Lift your feet if you want to come off your kneecaps. Open your hands as wide as possible and do one simple push-up. Down and up. Bring yourself all the way to the ground. Reach your hands inwards, pointing the toes. Rise up to a little cobra. Bring your chest back down. Push up onto your hands and knees. Right hand comes off the mat, left hand on top, pressing the hips back. And we change. Left hand off the mat, right hand on top, pressing the hips back. We come back to center. Hands are down. Now you can take crouching cat or down dog, whichever you prefer. With crouching cat, you need to step your feet in a little bit. Knees bend, head is lifted. Hold it here and bounce back. 3, 2, 1. Begin stepping forward. And when you step forward, your hands lift, your fingertips touch the floor. The knees are bent, hands to the thighs, and you help yourself lift up to a chair. Hips back, low back curled. Belly is long. Reach the arms by your ears. Come all the way up to standing. And lower the arms, have them straight by your sides. Completely straight and contracted. Feel the triceps contracting. Hands to your heart center. And we'll do that again. Deep breath in, rise. Breathing out, elbows and knees come close to each other, hands to the floor. Step back to a plank position. Check your plank, adjust it if you need to, and hold. Belly is long. Keep it long and strong. Knees come down. Open your hands. One simple push-up. The elbows go wide. Now we go all the way down. Hands under the shoulders, point the toes, rise up to a cobra. Bring your chest back down. Onto the hands and knees. Stretch the left-hand side. Hands off the left-hand side of the mat. Coming back up, hands off the right-hand side of the mat. Press your hips back. Coming back up, hands onto the mat. Tuck the toes, down dog or crouching cat. Choose which is best for you. And bounce back, opening the knees. 3, 2, 1. Stepping forward. This time when you step, use the other leg to step forward. Bend your knees low, hands to your thighs, lift to a chair. Arms by your ears, belly is long. Come up to standing, hands to your heart center. Ready to go a little faster? Stretch your arms by your sides. Get the triceps engaged. Hands to the heart center. Deep breath in, rise up. Breathing out, elbows to knees. Stepping back to plank. Lift your head in plank and hold it. 3, 2, 1. Knees come down. Open your hands. 1 push-up. All the way down. Cobra. Down dog or crouching cat. And bouncing back. 3. Even if you're in down dog, you can bounce back. 3, 2, 1. Stepping forward. Hands to your thighs. Lift your chest. Coming up into chair. Rising all the way up to standing, hands to your heart center. We do the same thing. Arms by your side, stretch. Get the triceps contracting. Hands to the heart center and rise up. Folding, elbows to knees. Go all the way down. That's it. Stepping back to a plank. Holding, lift your head. Good. Excellent, Kiara. Excellent, Evelyn. Both Evelyns doing well. Good, Catherine. Move your knees down. Everybody do a push-up. You could skip the push-up if you want. Well done, Gitel. All the way down. Nice, Lisa. Pointing your toes, coming up into cobra. Beautiful, Maggie. Pushing back. Excellent, Luca. Downward dog or crouching cat. Bouncing back. Good, James. 3, 2. Fantastic, everyone. 1. Stepping forward. Yes. Coming into your chair. Excellent. Hold the chair here. 3, 2, 1. Hands to your heart center this time. Raise your right leg. Setting your gaze at one point out in front of you. Keep the hips back. Now we're going to step the right foot back. And you'll turn the right heel in. This is called tribal lunge. Both knees bent. I want you to bring your left elbow to your left thigh. Right hand comes to the head and twist open, just like we did in the beginning when we were mobilizing. Twist open. Turn your head back down. Rise back up. Hands to the heart center. Step the right foot forward and back into chair. Left foot back this time. Tribal lunge, knees bent. Right elbow to the right thigh. Left hand above the ear, twist open. And twist close. Hands to the heart center, you rise back up through the chest and step forward. Coming all the way up to standing, arms by your side, stretch the arms straight, triceps contracting. Hands to the heart center. Let's bring it all together. Deep breath in, rise up. Breathing out, elbows to knees and all the way down. Step back to a plank position. We're going to add on. I want you to turn your body to the right. See if you can lift up the right hand. Up and bring it back down. Knees come down. Open your hands. Feet come up. 1 push-up, 2 push-ups, or 3 push-ups if you wish. Move yourself down. Point the toes. Hands come in. Rise up to a cobra. Bring the chest back down. Push up onto the knees before taking crouching cat or down dog. Bounce back 3, 2, 1. Looking at your hands, begin stepping forward. Knees bend low, hands to the thighs. Take your chair position. Hands to the heart center, and we take that tribal lunge sequence. This time, step your left foot back. Step it back. Elbow to knee. Left hand to left ear. Twist to open. Twist to close. Coming back up, hands to the heart center. Step it forward back into chair. Right foot back, tribal lunge. Left elbow to left knee, right hand to right ear. Twist open. Twist close. Lifting back up, hands to heart center. Stepping forward. Raise your arms by your ears. Come up to standing. Whew. Arms straight by your sides. 2 more rounds. Hands to the heart center. Deep breath in, rise up. Folding forward, elbows to knees. Stepping back to a plank position. This time, turn to your left. Opening up, raise the arm. Bring it back down, looking forward. Knees come down, open your hands. 1, 2, or 3 push-ups, however many you wish. All the way down. Point your toes and rise to a cobra. Hands move in. Bring your chest down into crouching cat or down dog. Bouncing back. 3, 2, 1. Look at your hands and stepping forward. Bend your knees, hands to thighs, lift the chest. Hands to the heart center. Step your right leg back, tribal lunge. Left hand to the left thigh. Right hand to the right ear. Twisting open. Twisting close. Hands to the heart center. Step it back forward into a squat. Left foot back. Right elbow down to right thigh. Left hand to ear. Twist open. Twist close. Hand to the heart center. Back into chair. Raise the arms by your ears. Up to standing. Hands to the heart center. Last round. Be careful at the plank. We're going to add on. Deep breath in. Straighten your arms by your side. Sorry. Hands to your heart center. Let's go. Breathing in. Breathing out. Elbows to knees. Stepping back to the plank. Now, if you wish, twist open right, close, and then twist open left. Whoo, close. Knees come down. Hands open up. 1, 2, or 3 push-ups, however many you want. All the way down. Pointing your toes, rise to a cobra. Down dog or crouching cat. Bouncing back. 3, 2, 1. Stepping yourself forward. Hands to the thighs. Come up into chair. Hands to the heart center. Step your left leg back. Tribal lunge. Right elbow to the thigh. Left hand to the ear. Coiling open. It's called a coil. Coil from the waist. And twist back down. Stepping forward. And then the right leg back. Last time. Left elbow to the left thigh. Right hand to the ear. Coiling open. Coiling close. Stepping forward for the chair. Arms by your ears. And all the way up to standing. Arms stretched by your sides. Good job. Take a few deep breaths here. Tongue in home position. Let's bring our hands to our hips and step that right foot back again for a tribal lunge. Both knees bent, hips pushing back and glutes lifting. Setting your left elbow again to your left thigh, both knees bent. Right hand above your right ear, coil open, and we're gonna stay here. Feel and lift the chest opening. Feel how it's lengthening through the belly. The low back is lightly curved. The hips are pushing back. It's a nice coiling effect that's happening at your waist. Feel the breath going into the diaphragm. Another deep breath in. Rise all the way up to standing. Both hands now to either sides of the ears. Turn your feet to get into a goddess position with the feet. Knees wide, hips go back. Lift the chest, lift the elbows, stretching through the neck and the whole front body. Holding here. 3, sink down deeply, hips back. 2, 1. Releasing, we're going to straighten our legs. Release your arms, hands to your hips. Turn your feet forward and lean back. Let yourself open and stretch the front body. And then folding forward, bring your hands to the earth. Fingertips on the floor for the moment. Knees stay bent, hips curling up. Now we're going to walk our hands straight out in front of us to get into a crouching cat in this position with the feet wide. Hips up, head is lifted. Okay? Bring your right hand to your left ankle and then back again. Left hand to your right ankle and then back again. We'll do it again. Right hand, left ankle. Back again. Left hand, right. And back. Now, right hand, left ankle, and we'll stay here. Tilt the hips up. Feel the stretch and the action in the backs of the legs. Turn your head to look underneath your left armpit. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Change. Left hand, right ankle. Turn your head to look underneath your right armpit. Hips are lifting. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands back down. Walk your hands back. Bend the knees neatly. Hands to your thighs. Lift the chest. To release a bit here, bring your right shoulder forward. Look over your left shoulder behind you. Hold. 3. Deep breaths. 2, 1. Change. Right shoulder, left shoulder forward. Look over your right shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, lifting up, hands to the hips. Now we're going to change sides for the tribal lunge. So you have your right foot that was behind you, if that's the front of your mat. You're going to turn your right foot forward and turn your left foot in. Bend your knees, hips go back. Right elbow to the right thigh. Left hand above the left ear. You should have changed sides. So now we're going to hold this tribal lunge. We'll open up in the coil and you should feel a whole big twisting going on at the belly. Diaphragm breathing, tongue in home position, please. Looking skyward, hips are back. Like a deep open squat. And we're holding. Good job. Lift up, both hands above the ears. Turn the feet outwards and forwards. Goddess position, lift the chin, lift the elbows and hold. It's like you're holding the head going back. Open the throat. Open the front body. 3, 2, and 1. Looking forward, straighten the legs, hands to the hips. Let your hips go forward and lean back, opening up the front body. And now let's bend forward, bringing the hands down again to the ground. Knees stay slightly bent. Let's walk our hands over to the right ankle. See if you can get your left arm going farther beyond the foot. And let your head lower down towards the knee. And you're going to feel a deep stretch through the back. We'll release this and change. Other ankle, and bring your right hand far, far beyond the foot if possible. You feel the stretch down through the latissimus dorsi, the back, down even to the lumbar region. Knees are bent, hips are back. Bring your hands back to center. Turn your heels in, toes out, knees bending. One hand at a time onto the thighs. Lift the chest. And let's take our classic goddess pose. Elbows bend, palms facing the sky, hips back. Nice deep open squat. And hold it here. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, everyone. Release it and step yourself forward to the front edge of your mat. Feet are at hip width. Knees are soft. We're going to do some balancing postures, so get yourself into a good position for balancing. And we'll take our right ankle, cross it over the left thigh. The knee lifts so that it gets the femur bone nicely into the hip socket. Sink the hips back. Grab a hold of your elbows. So this is an extremely functional and deep working posture. We're going to twist to our right to add on to the different planes that we're working in. So the hips sink back. You twist your body to the right. The legs are strong. The knees feel like they're lifting up. Lift your arms maybe up to the height of the shoulder. That's it. That's it. Arms up. Twist even more deeply. Good. Unwind and uncross the legs. Whew. Changing sides. Left ankle over the right thigh. Knees lift and you sink down to a little squat. Grab the elbows, but this time change. If you had your left arm above your right, now put your right arm above your left. Twist now to your left. We're adding on. Very functional exercise. Getting the whole body working in one posture. Turn, twist as far as possible. Keep the chest lifted. Arms up at shoulder height. 2 more breaths. Unwind and release. Whew. Good. Turn to face me. Hands to the hips. So typically we take a tree pose where we have the knee out to the side as far as possible. Now I'd like you to put your knee at 45 degrees. So if out to the side is 90 degrees, you're facing forward and it's 90 degrees, I want you to come with the knee to 45 degrees, okay? This is going to be better for your hips. You can have the foot at the ankle, a little bit higher than the kneecap, or at the inner thigh. Sink the hips back so you have a deep plie, a deep fold in the groins. Lift the chest away from the groins and raise your arms up diagonally. Lift your chin, lift your eyes. Keep the tongue in home position. 3, 2, 1. Releasing, hands come to the hips and you lower the foot. Good job. Other side. So again, not out at 90 degrees, but out at 45 degrees with the knee. You're at the ankle, heel higher than the kneecap, or the inner thigh. So 45 degrees. Raise the arms. You can open the fingers or curl them into seed hands as you wish. Sink the hips back a bit so you get a nice deep fold into the groins. Lift the eyes, lift the chin, and we're holding. 3, 2, good job. 1, beautiful. Bring the hands down to the hips and lower the leg down. Excellent, everyone. Come back to the front edge of your mat, hands to your heart center. Let's take a deep breath in, rise up. We fold always, elbows to knees, knees bend, elbows bend. Hands come down and we'll step back to a plank position. Now you can do this with your knees down if you wish. If you're able to keep your knees up, do it that way. Let's turn to our right. If you do it with your knees down, just bring the left knee down and you turn to the right, okay? If you've got those legs straight, you're here. All right, lift and open the chest, and we're gonna lift the hips higher. With the knees down, you just lift your ribs higher, okay? And we're gonna pulse. We pulse up here. 8, 7, 6, 5, hang on to it. 4, 3, 2, good job, 1. Now everyone bring the left knee down. Everyone bring the right hand down and slide down, bringing your left hip down, sliding your left arm down onto the floor. Right hand reaches out in front of you. Raise your right leg. Point the toes down so you're getting into the outer hip and the glute area. And we'll press up to the sky. 10, 9, little presses. Get the leg as high as possible, keeping the toes down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring the leg down. Roll onto your belly, everyone. Everyone goes onto the belly. Hands underneath the forehead, and move your hips from side to side. Lifting the head, chest, and shoulders. Stretch your left arm in front of you and raise your left arm, right leg. Keep the head lifted. Stay here and breathe. Sticking with it. Getting the glute engaged. Getting the upper back engaged. Now bend the right knee and bring the left arm behind you and see if you can just touch the heel and push the heel into the fingertips. Holding 3, 2, 1. Bring everything down. Hands under the shoulders. Push up onto the hands and knees. Open your knees and take child's pose. Good job. Lifting back up. We're going to do the other side now. Straighten your legs. Now, if you want, you just twist, opening up to the left. Left arm comes up. You could also have the right knee down if you prefer. And we press up here. If you got the knee down, lift your ribs for 8, 7, 6. If you got the legs straight, lift the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Looking down, bring the right knee down, everyone. Bring the left hand down and let the right hip come down. Stretch your right arm out, left arm in front of you. Raise your left leg, toes pointing down, heel pointing up. And press up here, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg down, roll onto your belly. Hands under the forehead, and just move the hips from side to side to relax. Good. Now it's the right arm out in front of you. Lift the right arm, left leg. Keep the head lifted. Keep everything engaged. Tongue in home position, breathing deeply through the nose. Bend the left knee, bring the left hand just on top of the heel, push the heel into the fingertips and hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Release everything. Good job. Hands under the shoulders. Push up onto the hands and knees. Take a short child's pose, knees wide, sinking back, letting go. We'll lift back up. Bring the knees to the front edge of the mat. Swing the feet to the side, and let's come to a seated position. Grabbing behind the thighs, roll yourself down. 3 bridge poses. First one, walk your heels away from you. Contracting through the hamstrings, arms down, lift the hips. Pull your heels towards your glutes. Feel the hamstrings fire. Holding and breathing through the nose, tongue in home position. Lower the hips down. Second bridge pose. Bring your feet in, soles of the feet touching, knees wide. This is called the frog bridge. Lift the hips up. And we'll pulse here. Knees stay wide, soles of the feet together. We'll pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good job. Bring the hips back down. And now our classic bridge. Lift the knees, feet and knees at hip width, elbows into the floor, fingers spread, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Raise the hips up. Go up as high as is comfortable for you for your hips. However, I do not recommend shoving the hips way up so that the femur bones come forward. You keep a crease in the fronts of the hips. It's better for your hips that way. You're also going to feel a lengthening of your belly. If you want to take full bridge pose, go for it. Set your hands to either side of your head and rise to full bridge. And we're holding here. Deep breathing, tongue in home position. Full bridgers come to meet us at half bridge. Half bridgers, arms over the head. And let's lower the back down 1 vertebra at a time. Very, very slowly. And once the back is all the way on the floor, stretch 1 leg at a time out onto the floor. Let your belly relax, let your back relax, and take some deep, slow breaths. Rebend your knees, keeping the arms over the head. Let your knees fall to the right. Stretch your left arm far, far back behind you. And then we'll raise left knee first, right knee follows. Let the knees fall to your left. Reach your right arm far, far behind you. Right knee lifts, left knee follows. Raise your right leg. Grab behind the thigh and root the thigh down into the hip socket. Curve in the low back. Make a nice circle with your foot to release any tension in the ankle. Change the direction. Now flex the foot and pull the leg towards you as far as is comfortable. Okay? Keeping the curve in the low back, you should feel already a deep stretch down the back of the leg. We just want to target the leg, not the back. Releasing this, bring the foot back down, and we change. Left leg, grab behind, root the thigh down. Big circle with the foot to start. Change the direction. Flexing the foot, straighten the leg as much as possible. And look for the stretch down the back of the leg, holding the position. Releasing this stretch, lift both knees, soles of the feet together. Open your knees wide by pressing at the inner thighs. Feeling the inner thigh stretch. Take some deep, slow breaths here just to let go. Releasing. Find the edges of your mat with your feet. Stretch your right leg down the outer edge of the right-hand side of your mat. Stretch your left leg down the outer edge until the legs are straight on the mat. Raise your arms now and cross the arms across your chest, grabbing your shoulder blades. Tuck your chin in and lift your head and shoulders, lifting the shoulder blades. Rock from side to side to get a little extra massage on the upper back and mid back. Then from here, lower yourself down slowly. Open the arms, have the palms facing the sky, and begin taking some deep, slow breaths. Feel your tummy expanding and releasing with each breath. And begin relaxing your feet and your legs. Begin relaxing your hands and your arms. Relax your shoulders. Relax your hips. Relax the tummy and the chest. Relax your throat. Relax your low back, middle back, and upper back. Relax the back of your neck. And let go of your jaw. Relax all the muscles of the face, feeling as if the face is completely sculpted and smooth. Feel as if now you're floating just a couple of centimeters above the floor. Completely light. And feel the floor below you. You're barely touching, as if you're a feather just placed on the floor. Allow your breath to come and go like a gentle breeze. And now bringing yourself back to the present moment. Become aware of the different sensations in your body. Aware of the floor beneath you. Aware of the sensation of gravity. And begin moving your fingers and your toes. Move your hands, your feet. Good. And stretch your arms over your head, lengthening out from your fingers to your toes. And then bring your knees up to your chest and squeeze your knees against your chest. Rock from side to side, stretching your right arm to your right ear. Roll all the way to your right hand side. Press down into the floor to lift yourself from the side and come to an easy seated position. Nice. Good. Let's rub our hands together. Bring your hands over your face. Tap around your eyes. Shaking your hands out. And we'll do that one more time. Rub your hands together. Hands over the face. Tap gently around the eyes. Shaking out. Good job. Hands to your heart center in Namaskara. And everyone have a lovely day. Namaste. Thanks very much for joining. Good.